There is a poison flowing through the veins of civilization. It doesn't burn like fire or cut like steel. It soothes. It comforts. It whispers, "Stay here. Stay safe. Stay small." You feel it, don't you? That creeping numbness that settles in when your alarm clock becomes your master, when your couch becomes your throne, when your phone becomes your god. You've traded your sword for a pillow, your mountain for a mattress, your roar for a whisper. Friedrich Nietzsche saw this coming. Over a century ago, he gazed into the future and witnessed the slow, comfortable death of the human soul. He called it the coming of the last man, and you are living in his prophecy. Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him? The question burns, because deep down, you know the answer. You've done nothing. You've chosen comfort, and comfort is killing you. Picture this: a philosopher in 1883, watching the world transform before his eyes. Nietzsche didn't just see progress, he saw the beginning of the end. The last man, he warned, would be humanity's final form. A creature so comfortable, so safe, so utterly satisfied with mediocrity that it would forget what it means to be truly alive. Alas, there comes the time when man will no longer launch the arrow of his longing beyond man, and the string of his bow will have unlearned to whirl. Look around you. The arrow has fallen. The bow lies broken. The last man blinks when confronted with greatness. He seeks pleasure without pain, success without struggle, meaning without sacrifice. He has made himself small enough to fit into any comfortable space, and he calls this wisdom. Is this you? Have you become the very thing Nietzsche feared most? A human being who has forgotten how to be human? The last man doesn't suffer because he's learned to avoid everything that might cause suffering, but in avoiding pain, he has also avoided growth. In seeking safety, he has lost his soul. Comfort is the great deceiver. It promises rest, but delivers stagnation. It offers ease, but steals purpose. It whispers of happiness, while slowly draining the life from your veins. You have made your way from worm to man, and much in you is still worm. Your identity is not found in your job title, your bank account, or the number of likes on your latest post. It's forged in the fire of difficulty, sculpted by the chisel of challenge, refined in the crucible of discomfort. But you've been taught to avoid this fire. You've been told that struggle is unnecessary, that pain is optional, that comfort is the goal. You've been lied to. When did you last feel truly alive? Not entertained, not pleased, not satisfied, but alive. When did you last push against the boundaries of who you thought you were? When did you last choose the difficult path because it was the right path? Your ancestors crossed oceans, built empires, faced death for their beliefs. And you won't even get up early to chase your dreams. The comfortable life is the meaningless life. Meaning emerges from the tension between who you are and who you could become. Remove the tension, and you remove the meaning. You've been sold the greatest lie in human history: that you can live a meaningful life without pain, that you can grow without struggle, that you can become who you're meant to be without ever leaving your comfort zone. The secret for harvesting from existence the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment is to live dangerously. But you don't live dangerously. You live safely. You've wrapped yourself in bubble wrap and called it wisdom. You've chosen the path of least resistance and wondered why you feel so weak. Every comfort you cling to is a chain around your potential. Every convenience you embrace is a step away from competence. Every safety net you construct is a barrier to your breakthrough. The painless life is the pointless life. Nature herself teaches this lesson. The strongest trees grow in the strongest winds. The most beautiful diamonds form under the greatest pressure. The most resilient creatures emerge from the harshest environments. You are not a houseplant. You are not meant to live in controlled conditions, protected from every storm. You are meant to weather the storms and emerge stronger. Why do you think depression and anxiety are epidemic in the most comfortable societies in human history? Because comfort without purpose is torture. Safety without growth is prison. Ease without meaning is hell. The blacksmith doesn't apologize to the iron for the heat of the forge. The sculptor doesn't feel sorry for the marble under his chisel. The trainer doesn't coddle the athlete. They understand what you have forgotten. Transformation requires friction. What does not destroy me makes me stronger. This isn't just a pretty quote for your Instagram story. This is the fundamental law of growth. Every muscle in your body understands this. Every skill you've ever developed knows this. Every breakthrough you've ever experienced whispers this truth. But somewhere along the way, you decided that emotional and spiritual growth should be different. You decided that becoming who you're meant to be should be comfortable, easy, pleasant. You've been waiting for a transformation that doesn't require you to transform. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by staying comfortable in its cocoon. It literally dissolves itself, breaks down everything it once was to become what it's meant to be. The process is violent, chaotic, terrifying. It's also the only way. When was the last time you voluntarily embraced discomfort? When did you last choose the harder path because you knew it would make you stronger? When did you last say no to what felt good, to say yes to what was good for you? Your soul is forged in the fire of difficulty. Without that fire, you remain raw material, potential that will never be actualized. Nietzsche didn't just warn us about the last man. He also showed us the alternative, the Übermensch, the overman, the one who overcomes, the one who creates their own values and lives by their own strength. I teach you the overman. Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him? This isn't about becoming a superhero. This is about becoming superhuman in the truest sense, transcending the limitations you've accepted, the excuses you've embraced, the comfortable lies you've lived by. The Übermensch doesn't seek comfort, they seek growth. They don't avoid pain, they transform it into power. They don't follow the crowd, they blaze their own trail. They don't wait for permission, they take responsibility. You have the capacity for this transformation. Deep within you lies a strength you've never tested, a courage you've never accessed, a potential you've never explored. But it's buried under layers of comfort, convenience, and complacency. The question isn't whether you can become the Übermensch. The question is whether you will. Whether you'll choose the difficult path of becoming over the easy path of remaining. Whether you'll embrace the discomfort of growth over the comfort of stagnation. Every moment of every day, you're choosing who to become. The last man or the Übermensch. The settler or the striver. The victim or the victor. Look around you. Nietzsche's prophecy has come to pass. The last man is everywhere. He's scrolling through social media instead of living his own life. She's binge-watching Netflix instead of pursuing her dreams. They're ordering food delivery instead of learning to cook. Complaining about their problems instead of solving them. Waiting for someone else to save them instead of saving themselves. The individual has always had to struggle not to be overwhelmed by the tribe. But the tribe has never been more overwhelming. It's in your pocket, in your living room, in your head. It's telling you what to think, how to feel, who to be, and you're listening. The modern world is designed to make you comfortable, distracted, and dependent. It profits from your weakness, your attention, your addiction to ease. Every app, every convenience, every comfort is a chain binding you to mediocrity. The average person spends more time consuming entertainment than creating anything meaningful, more time in virtual worlds than in the real one, more time managing their image than building their character. This is the last man. Comfortable, entertained, and utterly empty. But you don't have to be average. You don't have to be comfortable. You don't have to be the last man. The choice before you is simple, but not easy. You can continue down the path of comfort, convenience, and complacency. You can remain the last man, blinking in the face of your own potential. You can die slowly, one comfortable day at a time. Or you can choose to live dangerously. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Live dangerously by pursuing your dreams even when others call you crazy. Live dangerously by choosing growth over comfort, courage over safety, authenticity over approval. Live dangerously by becoming who you're meant to be, even if it means leaving behind who you used to be. The comfortable life is not the safe life. It's the dangerous life. Dangerous to your potential, dangerous to your purpose, dangerous to your soul. The truly safe life is the one lived fully, courageously, authentically. Your ancestors didn't fight, struggle, and sacrifice so you could spend your life scrolling through someone else's highlight reel. They didn't overcome impossible odds so you could settle for comfortable mediocrity. They didn't pass down their strength so you could live in weakness. You are the descendant of survivors, warriors, creators, dreamers. Their blood runs through your veins. Their potential lives within you. Their strength is your inheritance. But inheritance must be claimed. Potential must be actualized. Strength must be tested. The time for comfort is over. The time for excuses has ended. The time for choosing has arrived. Will you be the last man, comfortable in your cage? Or will you be the Übermensch, free in your becoming? Will you live dangerously, or will you die slowly? The choice is yours. The time is now. Your soul is waiting. Become who you are.